Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why Epic Games did not, in fact, remove legacy settings, because that was kind of the really big hype that was going on for the past week or so, and almost everyone, especially pros, were switching to either linear or exponential settings. So I want to be talking about in this video why Epic Games actually did, in fact, not remove legacy settings from the game. And real quick, before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks every single week. So if you guys want to win some free V-Bucks, and if you guys want a chance to enter, all you guys need to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to be talking about, and this is kind of just my opinion and speculation on why they didn't in fact remove legacy settings from the game, because as you guys saw in this tweet from the official Fortnite status Twitter account, you can see that they were going to remove the legacy settings on March 13th, and you guys saw a ton of pros switch to exponential settings, switch to linear settings, and pretty much everyone changed their sensitivities. But I want to be talking about why in fact they didn't actually fall through and remove the settings. I made probably like 2 or 3 videos about making new settings if you're switching to exponential, switching to linear, just because I knew they probably were going to take it out of the game, but in fact they end up changing their minds and not taking it out. And I kind of want in this video give you my opinion and why I think they probably didn't take it out and why it's in their best interest not to take it out of the game. So legacy settings are the OG settings of the game. It's been in the game since this came out, which I think this game came out, it's been over 2 years for sure, because I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years. So legacy settings have been in the game since its first launch. And these settings, specifically a lot of the keybot and mouse players, they absolutely can't stand, because you have the L2 spam, the auto rotation that you get on legacy settings. They absolutely hate it when it comes to a competitive aspect in the game, because they get lasered, they get beamed across the map by controller players, because on controller, as you know, the aim is probably your best bet. So as you can see down here, the legacy settings control is still in fact in the game. You have the legacy, the linear, and the exponential. But I feel like one reason in which they kind of made the announcement that they were going to remove it and it didn't, one reason I really do feel like they did that is kind of just like to build up hype around it and kind of just get everyone talking about the game again. And there's kind of a saying that goes that all publicity is good publicity. So I feel like Epic Games did exactly that, because I remember as soon as they put out this tweet, everybody was talking about it, because I mean, that's game changing. Taking out something that's been in the game since launch is a huge deal. So making a tweet talking about taking out legacy settings will stir up a lot of hype and a lot of controversy in the community. So that is something that definitely did translate into a lot of views for a lot of people, and a lot of people were talking about it, and just everyone was talking about, you know, legacy settings, everyone switching to exponential, whether exponential or linear was better. So a lot of people were talking about a lot of different things, and I don't know, I feel like sometimes Epic Games even makes bad updates just to get more publicity. I don't know, that's just my opinion, but I do feel like that could be a very good reason in which to do something like this and then not actually fall through with it. So if their whole goal is for everyone to go crazy on Twitter, kind of like when they first came out with Chapter 2, and then it was like kind of like a downtime for like 2 or 3 days, and then it was trending on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe the same, I guess that they really wanted to get that kind of publicity. I guess they got it because everybody was talking about it. And also another reason in which they probably just decided, if that's not the case, another reason why they probably just decided it was a bad idea to take out legacy settings is because you have a ton of players. I feel like the majority of people who play this game are casual players. Of course, you know, when you are watching YouTube, you're just watching pros. You're watching people who play this game religiously every single day for the past like 2 years. So, of course, those are the people that you see, the content creators. But the majority of the fan base in this game is casual players, people who play it maybe a few times a week, maybe once every other day or so. It's not going to be the people who play this every single game over and over again. Most of the people who play the game are going to be casual players, and those are the players who are going to be on legacy settings, because if you're just picking up this game maybe once a week or maybe once every, couple times a week, then you don't really want, or you really don't have the time to go through and change all of your settings, relearn linear or exponential. Just from my perspective on my playstyle, I do think linear is the best option, but if you're the type of person that has a lot of school activities and you got sports going on, you really don't have a ton of time to relearn how basically pretty much how everything feels, because linear feels 100% different than legacy settings. And if you guys who have ever switched sensitivities, I'm pretty sure everyone on, most people on legacy have at one point at least tried linear. A lot of people don't like it, some people do. But for most casual players, they really don't want to have that learning curve or that learning time where they have to go in and practice for I think it probably took myself a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks to really understand and get the feel for linear settings. And a lot of players really don't want to take the time to load up the game, especially if they play it like once or twice a week, to load up the game, to try to relearn an entire new sensitivity. And it can turn a lot of players who play the game casually off of the game. So that could also be another really big reason. And if it's not the first reason, for a bunch of publicity, which honestly is probably, a pretty good move by them. But if it wasn't for the first reason, then it for sure is going to be about that second one, about a lot of casual players who play this game, once every couple times a week, don't really play every single day for like 10-12 hours a day. Those type of players aren't really going to be in the mood and might even not play the game anymore, just because they have to relearn different settings that feel completely different. Even if you go from legacy to exponential, you still have the same type of small analog stick adjustments that you do have on legacy settings, but it does feel completely different because the boost, the way the aim assist is different. You don't have an auto rotation, it's more better for tracking, and it's just completely different feeling overall, and it will take a little bit of time to get used to. And when I talk about when you change your settings, one really important thing is muscle memory. So it doesn't matter if you're changing your sensitivity, you're changing the aim assist that you're using. It doesn't matter what maybe your binds. It's going to take a substantial amount of time. When I say substantial, I mean probably like a week and a half. But for myself, I play every single day. For someone who plays maybe every other day or once every 3 days, I mean, it's probably going to take them 2, maybe even 3 weeks to really get down and kind of get their skill back on the new settings. So that is a big factor on why they probably didn't take it out of the game, and probably why they never will. And the last reason, and this is kind of ties into the first one in a way, where they try to build a pipe. A lot of keyboard and mouse players were complaining about this for the longest time. And I don't know if you guys remember, or if you guys were playing, I forgot which season. I think it might have been season 6, I believe. Or no, it might have been like season 8, where they actually nerfed aim assist really, really bad for like 2 days, and they end up flipping it back just because of how broken it was. Like, they broke aim assist so bad to the point where it wasn't good anymore. Some people say it's broken as an OP. No, it was broken as you couldn't even use it. You couldn't hit any shots. It was just atrocious. I believe it was season 8 for like 2 days. They tried to nerf aim assist, try to find a balance. But when it comes to aim assist, there really isn't. It's kind of, people say it's broken, it needs to be more balanced, but there really isn't too much you can do. I don't really know what you can do to make it balanced. They already have cooldown time, so when you try to L2 spam over and over again, there is a cooldown time on that aim assist, so there really isn't too much they can do. If they try to nerf how strong the aim assist is, I mean, they're probably... it's probably going to get a lot of backlash for it, and as well, it's going to be a lot more difficult, especially for the casual players, to even hit more shots, just because the average person in this game, because I play this, like I said, I play this all the time. I play this every single day, hours and hours a day when I stream, all that kind of stuff. So for myself, if they do nerf aim assist a little bit, it's not that much of a problem. I would just have to really practice and get down my aim again. And I do naturally have a very, very good aim because I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I'm really used to controller. So my aim as a player is substantially better than the average player. But I feel like for the average player on legacy settings and with aim assist, it's really not as strong as other people say. It's really only OP for the players who are really, really good. For the average or casual player, it's not overpowered, so they really can't do too much as far as nerfing aim assist. But those are just my opinions on why I think that Epic made the tweet about taking out legacy settings and then actually changing their mind and not taking it out. Or maybe they had the intentions all along of never taking it out, and they kind of just wanted to build up a bunch of hype, a bunch of publicity, have all the controller players go crazy on Twitter, and a bunch of keyboard and mouse players kind of rejoice, get super excited about no more L2 spamming in competitive lobbies. I don't know. Those are just my opinions and just a speculation that I have on why they probably did something like that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications so you guys can get notified for each and every new video. And alright, guys, I'll see you next video.